This is just an Amazon for Tuesday, June 26, 2018, and I'm starting the video about an hour past midnight. Sorry about that. So that is why the date says the wrong day. Anyway, it's Tuesday's video, and first thing you should notice from Monday's video is that we got a new line in here. So this line, it seemed to be a place that we bounced at the earlier sell-off, bounced again here, then we paused, almost had a close right on it, and then broke down, retested to it multiple times, rolled over, retested to it again, rolled over, and then rallied up just about to it. So a lot of interactions with this. It's 16.65 and 27 cents, and the aftermarket hour, or the after hours on Amazon just kind of held right underneath it, and then pre-market today we're holding just above that. So I'll show you on the daily. This price is the exact close on a previous candle. So I'll show you where that actually comes from, why I went with that value. Basically just because it's a close rather than a close on a 5 minute or something, just because it's a close on the daily. So I'll show you where that came from. It's a couple weeks back, and let's just take a look at this day and see what we're going to do, how we're going to interact with this level, and if we're going to continue to sell off and get back underneath it, retest to it, or somehow bounce off of it like we did a couple times yesterday, because we were above it. And then let's jump out and take another look at, if we have time today, it's late, we'll take another look at a potential to bounce that I'm remembering from some previous lines. So we'll step into the day, and right off the bat we get a little bit of selling. It should push down a little bit more. We'll see if it interacts with this level or if we just continue moving lower. So next candle after that is indecision candle, and it does actually cross our level here, similar to this candle. The low on this candle is 16.63 and 43 cents. And the low on this new candle is 16.63 and 34 cents. So 34 cents on this one, 43 cents on the other one. That's 9 cents off of having the same low. So we'll see if we have another low like this one down below. But I thought it was pretty phenomenal seeing 9 cents away on that one. The people who bought off that candle should be the same ones buying off this candle here today. The only difference is there's more of them going bullish. So we'll step into some more candles, and that definitely looks like a Morningstar reversal right off of a support. Already, we're 3 candles in, 15 minutes in, and we've taken out a pre-market high. We've seemingly bounced off of an old support, or an old resistance, new support, new resistance. Just the choppiness of it yesterday. This value is very clear that this could be in contention. So we'll see what happens if we come back down to it, or if this is the bounce. Continue higher. It's great. Pull back a little bit. Okay, so this low on this candle is pretty good pullback, and it comes back into another key level from yesterday. This was the value we were talking about. A strong candle here. If you were at this stair step, then it took that breaking lower, retest to here. So the fact that we retested today on a bearish candle back to what this was a retest of, going bullish and then rolled over, that's another significant value. So I don't want to litter the chart with a lot of candles, or I'm sorry, with a lot of lines to kind of match up the candles. Already I probably have too many lines just going back a ways. But the ones that are really relevant that it's interacting with are the good ones to have. Those are very clear support, resistance, and as we continue to walk through what the chart looks like, we'll do some cleanup. We'll get rid of some of the older ones that it's been a while since it's been down there. So, and then some of these higher ones, there's key values. So we'll see how well they hold as new resistances or new supports independent of the direction. So got a little bit of pullback. You could get in. That was a retest of this level. It was also a retest of pre-market highs, and hopefully you're in bullish here. which is very odd that we're looking at something bullish after such a strong bearish day yesterday. But it has already moved a little ways. So this is one to either play aggressively to try and get your stop to break even quickly, or knowing that you will likely get stopped out if this just rolls over. And we'll just be careful with what our risk to reward is and how we're protecting things. So continuous step of the day, it's going sideways, nice consolidation here. Okay, there you go. So that pulled back. If you had moved your stop already, you would have been stopped out. This is another great location of a pullback because now we're even better into the highs here. And then if we follow the cursor to the left, I don't really see much. There's not much going on in this area, just some indecision. And that may be all we're seeing here. Some indecision on this. And this value, I'm sorry, indecision here, but just some general selling off through that range and buying here. So, 1, 2, 3 times it sold off. This was a triangle here, and we'll basically come back into that area, those values, on this low. So, just the patterns I see popping in there. So, this is nice. We got, just like we had yesterday, we had 20 minutes of stair steps, 20 minutes of stair steps, 20 minutes of stair steps. Kind of starting to break out bullish here. So see if it actually does continue, and it does. And there's another stair step. All right, pull back, and it's just off to the races. Look at that. Just continue to rally, gets back up into the 1700 price, which is a nice round number that the 1655 price had left behind yesterday. So we're way up, and now we're just contending with some of the pre-market values and that massive bearish candle that opened us up, or the second 5-minute candle that opened us up in this level. So hopefully you're in on this and you're already taking profits. It's a nice triangle here. Didn't really get much of a retest here, but if it continues up, it should retest a longer time frame. So got a little bit of pullback, and I'm just going through this pretty quickly. So slight pullback and just chop, and then it does actually break down, retest to that, and that's nice. So the main thing I want to focus on is being able to go bullish here or bullish here. So we'll start with this one, and if we're looking at the call at 9:45, so we're talking here. So getting in, what was it? It's buying here, yeah, 9:45, around 1672. Could have been buying here, and that would have been more than 1R. And ideally, you would have gotten your risk below this line. So it's possible a little bit later, had you set up a trade to say, okay, I'm going to get in at 7 and a stop at 6, and if that works, great. That just made, you just made a huge amount going from, 7 all the way up to, like 16. That's 9R when you have a stop that's $100. So that would have been just buying and holding it on a day trade. If, however, you wanted to, let's see. If we wanted to just set up, sorry, let's see, here's the consolidation, we're looking for a stair step, and then it has a false breakdown, breaks out bullish. You could have gotten in a couple places, but it's just great that we've got the low, relative low here. You could have bought at 7. At the open, and rode that up, 2, 3R, maybe even 4R, hopefully 4R, and everything filled right, and then do that again on this area. And then as this is selling off, the calls are reducing their price significantly, but the bears, the puts, don't actually move very much. So most of the day they're just collapsing, 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 a little bit of a rally, but at this point 1650 is a little far away. We would actually want to probably go with 1675, that's at least closer, and these rallies here are small, but they're bigger than Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. These relays are small, but they're bigger than what we had on the 1650 put. And then if we went all the way to 700 put, you can definitely see a bit more of a rally up here. But this would have been expensive options to be playing, through this area. And yeah, that's what I got there. The one thing I wanted to go look at is if we go back and look at, I think it was through here. So let me see if I can find that. I think I wanted that in here. I can't go back to, yeah, it's been 20 days. Let's see, maybe try the 4 hour. It's not there. Did this stretch? Gosh, I'm trying to remember where this was. I'll have to take a look a little bit deeper and see if I can find what the dates were. I thought I had to do something like this, where we actually reduced. We sold off. We threw some lower wicks, and then we kind of rallied it slightly, and there were just more opportunities to be turn that back up. So anyway, let me see if I can review that offline, and then we'll be ready to do some more tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed the video. This is just AMZN. Thanks.